Yo, Bo, welcome to another episode in the Life of MightyFan. We got a pickup vid. I know it's been a minute since I've had an actual unboxing, so I'm gonna do this unboxing. And this is a very exciting jersey for me because my all-time, and if you've been with my channel for a while, you might already know the answer to this, okay? But my all-time favorite name in sports. I was able to get the jersey, not just the name, but the team I wanted this player's jersey of when he was with this team. So, some of you might know, just, if you're loyal fans of MightyFan and watch this channel for a while. I've mentioned this in the past. I think that during a vehicle vlog, I mentioned this. So let's open her up here. Hopefully this is. Sometimes these boxes can be kind of tricky, but this one opened pretty easily. And we have the jersey in the tissue paper. The person must work for Fanatics. So we got the tissue paper. Oh my. Oh my. I've always wanted this player's jersey on this team. This really gets me in the feels, this one. So, yes, it definitely has some wear to it. It's a vintage jersey. There's a few fuzzies and a few snags or whatever. I'll have to see if I can, yeah, one by one they'll come off. But I will take care of that. But let's see the front of the jersey. Hope I'm not showing. I don't want to show the name. Let me get out of the way. So this at the time would have been the home jersey. Because remember, back then they wore the white jersey as the home jersey, and the color was the road. So we got the Colorado Avalanche. Okay, so there's the team. This is an old school pro player jersey. So this is like late 90s, I would say, maybe, somewhere in that range. Colorado Avalanche is your team. And again, you astute MightyFan fans out there will know what player this is. Yep. Well, I always wanted his jersey. I always wanted his Avalanche jersey. I know he played on the Kings too. But we got that Adam Deadmarsh. Oh, I finally have a Deadmarsh jersey in the collection. My all-time favorite sports name, Adam Deadmarsh. And I always wanted his Avalanche jersey because that's my Western Conference team. And I remember him on the Avalanche. He was on the Kings too. But, oh, come on. Number 18, Adam Deadmarsh. Vintage pro player jersey, double XL. Here's the inside tagging. It's got, of course, the Sasquatch foot on the shoulders as they used to have, that very unique font for the numbers on the shoulders and on the back as well. 18, the other foot. Let's see if you have on the sleeve you have the pro player logo. Oh, Adam Deadmarsh. I can't tell you. This was the one jersey. And then here we have, similar to how Starter used to do it. So back then they used to have the Western Conference logo with the pro player on the bottom. No fight strap because they didn't put fight straps in jerseys back then, the replica jerseys. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how long I've wanted an Adam Deadmarsh Colorado Avalanche jersey for. I've had chances at some. Either the price wasn't right or I just didn't move on it quick enough and it sold, but oh my goodness. And for it to be the old home one too is cool, because obviously they won some cups, back in those days. And oh, look at that name. That is my all-time favorite name in sports. I used to play out back, and I told this story before. I used to play this game out back where I had a trash can. I put the trash can down on its side so it was like the goal. And I'd be out there playing like street hockey in the back driveway. And I had this slap shot that I called the Deadmarsh. Because I love that name so much. and it was like a howitzer shot. I used to be able to get that in that can too. It was a deadly shot, but oh my goodness. Yes, this is definitely vintage, and I love these vintage hockey jerseys. Even for a replica jersey, the detail that's in it is just crazy. They really made them well. I know today we all complain about the Mitchell & Ness Blue Line collection, the Fanatics breakaway. I don't complain as much, but I know a lot of hockey heads do. I mean, because of what they used to make, you know, even as a replica jersey, the detail, the stitching on this is crazy. And obviously the Avalanche had that crazy font, so looks so good. Oh, this is, I'm just so, it's the little things in life sometimes. But I always wanted an Adam Deadmarsh Avalanche jersey. I'm so happy to have one in the collection now. Oh, that name. That is the best freaking name ever. Just love it. Love the name. Love the way it flows. Just everything about it. Oh, I'm a happy man. So I actually grabbed this off eBay. It was a very good deal for the jersey. And as I said, there's some stuff I just have to, you know, just some wear and tear I'll have to take care of. But otherwise, it's in pretty good condition. I don't see a lot of staining, and that's good. You know, for a white jersey, it's very clean. Like I said, there's just some fuzzies and some stuff. You know, just wear and tear over the years. That's the one thing about these jerseys. You know, over the years, they would snag and, you know, whatever. But some of them are, you know, pretty fixable. Some of them might take a little, might not be, but, you know, it's a vintage jersey, and you know you're going to deal with that stuff as I keep pulling these out. I'll deal with this later. You're going to have things like this on vintage jerseys. You know, that's just how it is. But, oh my goodness, and Adam Deadmarsh. I'm just so thrilled that I found one in his Avalanche jersey too. I have seen his Kings jerseys out there. But the Avalanche ones don't show up as often. So, like I said, I got that for a pretty good deal. I still did the paying for it because I usually do. But I'm just so happy to finally have one. And I tell you, it's just one of those things. Like I said, that Avalanche team as a whole had some very memorable names on that team. Foot and Yell and all these different names. Like that team was a very well-named team. Sakic, Forsberg, Waugh. I mean, it just went on and on and on. So anyhow, as I said, that is my favorite it's been my favorite Western Conference team since they wore that uniform, since they first went to Colorado. And it is a team I'd like to get, more jerseys of from that particular era. Obviously, I have some of their current ones, McKinnon, the Landeskog, with the Cup Champs patch on there. But I would like to get some more from back in those, back in those days, because my first non-Flyers jersey, and I still own it, would be the Road. Today would be the Home, but the Road Joe Sakic starter replica Avalanche jersey. And so I've always liked them. I just, for one reason or another, I never grabbed a lot of their jerseys over the years. And I think I'm past due to do it. So, yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to see more. And that's the era that I want to get more of, because that's when I first remembered watching them. When they were having success, winning cups, fighting with the Red Wings, all those wonderful playoff memories from those years ago. And so I would like to get more players from that team. And I would like to get the vintage jerseys because, that's when they had them. That's when they wore them. I know Mitchell & Ness is recreating some. I know they made Patrick Wall, which I own. That's the only authentic one they've done to date for the Avalanche. They did the blue lines for Sakic and Forsberg, but, You know, I want the original vintage for those, and I have Sakic, so I want to get a Forsberg. Although every time I see a Forsberg, it's like they want a mint for it. You know, he's the one player on the Avalanche that whenever you see a vintage Forsberg jersey, it's usually, you know, they want some money because hockey heads usually know what they have, and it is what it is. But I would like a Forsberg Avalanche. I have his Flyers jersey, but I do want to get his Avalanche at some point. And there's other players from that team. Like I said, those names are just so memorable to me. But Deadmarsh was my favorite. That was my all-time favorite name in any sport ever, you know. And there's been some interesting names over the years, but none was as high up on my favorite list as Adam Deadmarsh. Oh, that name. That's just so great. And it's kind of ironic. We have a Philly named Brandon Marsh. So it's almost, doesn't have the dead there, man. But Deadmarsh, that was that's still the best name. God, that's the best name. So anyhow, that was my pickup. That was my kind of Black Friday pickup. I didn't get any jerseys on Black Friday. I just didn't. Even the Cool Hockey, because I was going to get the jersey from Cool Hockey, and then I saw that on eBay. I'm like, oh, okay, this changes things. I'll get that one instead because I want that more. So I was able to do that. I do have some friends coming in from the West Coast tomorrow morning. And I'll be hosting. So I might do some video. I got to show them around. You know, I'm going to be the little tour guide. You know, I'm going to take them around different places. Of course, we got to go to Mitchell because, of course, and some other things, you know. I know the one guy's a hat guy. I'm not sure if his cousin is or not. I guess I'll find that out tomorrow. But I know the one guy who I know from the FHS community is. So we'll be going to some places. Maybe he can find some hats. And whatnot. They're actually, I know I've said this before, they're actually going to the Eagles-Niners game, and I'm just watching it from home. But then we're all going to the Flyers-Penguins game the next night in Philly. So it's going to be an interesting sports weekend around here. It really is. So, but I look forward to that. And before you know it, it's going to be Christmas. Before you know it, it's going to be 2024. Oh, my. It's amazing how quick the years go by. But, you know, I say that every year. You always say that every year. I can't believe this year went by so quick. Well, it's because they always do, right? They always do. My goodness. So, at any rate, that was my... if I were to say that's my big Black Friday pickup, that's probably my big Black Friday pickup. Oh, and I did get one other thing, and I'm sorry, it's in the other room. I have to run over and grab it, but, you know, these things happen. So Mitchell & Ness obviously has been doing a lot of sales. They did a sale prior to Black Friday, and I believe it was 40% off whatever was on sale, whatever they put on 40% off. Obviously, the new releases, the exclusions were not part of it. But this was, and this, speaking of the 90s, this just reminds me so much of an old starter 90s jacket. I had to have this because I love this logo. We all know. Oh, the Jason Duck. Look at this. This jacket, Mitchell & Ness jacket. But this thing just screams starter from the 90s to me. It's that same kind of material, same kind of design. Oh boy, I mean, you would see people in high school. I would see people in high school wearing this, you know, back in the 90s, you know, back in the early 90s, back in the day, right? This exact kind of jacket. And then the back. Oh no. There's the big Jason Duck logo. Just absolutely screams 90s to me. I mean, if I wear this, I'm sure people are going to say, oh, where'd you find that? Is this a nice vintage jacket? No, it's a Mitchell & Ness jacket. It's a new one, but it looks vintage, doesn't it? Look at that. That's awesome. That just screams 90s to me. So it's a button-up bomber style jacket with the stripe going around on the neck area and also on the cuffs for the sleeves. Beautiful. Love the stripe, just the colors, the stripes going down the shoulders. And that big, bold logo. Oh, that Jason, that when I first saw this on the website, like, however long it was before the sale, I'm like, oh, God. That was my exact reaction. Because I saw this as part of their new release, you know, whenever it first came out. And I'm like, and it just stopped me. It's like, oh. Oh, and I got the shakes. I'm like, ooh, that jacket. I need that jacket. So, glad they had it on as part of their sale. And also the bottom. Like, this thing, to me, just screams that 90s vibe starter. You know, because Starter, I'm sure, made something exactly the same. That's probably where they got the idea to do this. But it has the Jason Duck logo on the front and on the back. It's twice as nice. And look at that big one. Ooh. Oh, my goodness, yes. There's actually a hoodie that I want to get, too, at some point. I don't know when, because it wasn't part of any of their sales. It's like a heavy hoodie, and it has that logo right on the front with the old colors. Yeah, as we know, I have quite a few jerseys with the Jason Duck logo on the front of it, and I had to have a jacket. Although wearing this with a jersey might be a little overdoing. I do have a long sleeve like this with this logo. So what I might do, I might wear that under this sometime and just wear it. I do, and you know, get a hat. I do have a knit hat too. I do have a knit hat with the logo on. I got a while back, so yeah, those were my big pickups, I would say. Now, this wasn't technically Black Friday. This was before Black Friday. But it was there. I think, I want to say it was 40% off. And so I got, that was the only thing I grabbed off their website at all, from anything, from their, from that sale, from there. I didn't do anything for Black Friday besides in stories. Guys, I showed you, I got those Flyers hats, that was it. And just a couple things from the Phillies clubhouse, and that was pretty much my Black Friday. So like I said, I already got the jacket, and then I saw that Dead Marsh jersey. I said, yeah, that's going to happen. Cool Hockey, you can just wait. You just got to make decisions sometimes. You got to change on the fly like they do in hockey. You know, that's a line change is what that is. Anyhow, two nostalgia stuff from back in the day, the Mighty Ducks jacket and that Adam Deadmarsh jersey. Oh, the Avalanche jersey. Oh, boy. Ooh, it's 90s day here in the Mighty Kingdom. For hockey, at least, right? All right, everyone. Well, I will see you all again soon. I will try to do some filming. I might. We'll see. Sometimes if I'm hosting and I'm being like a tour guide, I'm showing it. I'm not really in the mood to just film, but you know, I know my good buddy, the Philly captain, does it. So if he can do it, I can get my camera out and film a little when I'm showing people around too. So I might do that. You know, we might take a little video during their visit, and then I'll, magic of editing, splice it all together. And that will probably be my next video. I know I've been shirking my responsibilities for the Season of the Fan series. We will continue that. They have a big one against the Niners, and then there's another big one. Every week is a big one. And there's another big one the following weekend against Dallas. Speaking of 90s, Dallas. So maybe leading into the Dallas game, I'll get back into that series. I've been missing it. I just haven't. I've been lazy. There's no other way to put it. I've been too lazy. I haven't made videos. But it is what it is. I will definitely get back into that series next week as they prepare to take on those Dallas. In Dallas, and then, you know, the rest of the season, obviously, which will only be another 4 games after that. My goodness, speaking of moving quick, this football season is, you know, when you win a lot, it just goes. It just... Oh, these games, I've been on the edge of my seat. I don't know how many more of these I can take. It's really messed with the old ticker. But hey, they win. That's all that matters to me. Just keep winning. Keep finding a way, guys. Go Birds as always. Anyhow, I will see you all in the next one. You all take care. Hope everything's going well for everyone. You always got to do, leave those likes. Subscribe if you already haven't done so. Hit the bell icon. Why? To be alerted to all future content, because you never know what you're going to see on this channel. You never know. There's an Adam Deadmarsh Avalanche jersey. How many channels are going to show one of those? Even some of the big hockey guys don't have that. Come on now. MightyFan, though, he found a way. All right, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Adam Deadmarsh. Yes, in the collection.